Successful video games utilize conditioning to retain their players. Unlike music and movies, video games are unique among popular forms of media entertainment in that they require input from the player. If the work put in is not worth the entertainment, the player will go find some other game. Some behaviors, like looking for a light in a dark environment to find the way forward, have become universal among different games. In this video, I will focus on the conditioning that I have experienced in my current game of choice, Path of Exile. Path of Exile is a role-playing game where you control a character exiled from their homeland of Oriath. In your quest to return home, you utilize either arcane spell power or strength of arms to defeat the multitude of obstacles in your way. I'm not sure where the developers got the idea for a world filled with monsters that are trying to kill you. Maybe it's because they're from New Zealand, and they base the game on the nearby continent of Australia. Classical conditioning in Path of Exile is used to save time and increase my chance of survival. In this clip, you can see me direct my character to avoid a large orange blob that is about to explode. The blob is the unconditioned stimulus. Big glowing orange blobs mean danger in many circumstances. The unconditioned response is to avoid the glowing blob. But if I run the clip a second time, you can hear a sound. That sound is the conditioned stimulus. The sound plays at the same time as the blob is created, but the blob does not explode for a few seconds. Now, well before the explosion, because I heard the sound, I have a conditioned response to move away from the sound because I know that an explosion is coming. Positive reinforcement is the most prevalent method of operant conditioning in video games. One such method, utilizing variable interval schedules, is breach stones. Breaches, which look like spooky purple hands, add a level of difficulty to gameplay. If the only reward was more difficulty, I wouldn't activate the breach. However, the monsters inside have a chance, on a variable interval, to drop splinters. The splinters on their own do nothing, but when you collect 100 splinters, they combine into a breach stone. The breach stone can be activated to enter an area littered with monsters, capped off with a very difficult boss fight with variable interval rewards. The player becomes conditioned to complete breaches and activate breach stones because it provides a reward, even though the chance is small. Negative reinforcement is harder to find in video games, since rewards are easier to create and players respond very well to rewards. However, punishments still exist. Some monsters in the game cause the player character to bleed, taking damage that increases while moving. Because of the nature of the game, moving is very important, so bleeding is an important punishment to consider. Most players equip an item that removes bleeding, essentially healing yourself. The player becomes conditioned to press the button that removes bleeding because it removes a punishment. Positive punishment is very straightforward. Death in this game, like in many games, is a temporary setback. As you advance through the game, however, the consequences for death increase. At the level I'm currently playing at, it would take me approximately 20 hours to advance to the next level. If I die, I lose 10% of my progress. Each death is a loss of 2 hours of progress. The player becomes conditioned to play smarter and not die, because dying provides a punishment. Negative punishment is less straightforward. I had to think a lot about how I am rewarded or punished in this game. But I found something. This man right here is Varici. He is really good at killing people, but he is too busy to do it himself, so he will reward you for completing his missions for him. Sometimes, his quests are difficult to complete correctly. If you fail the mission, the promised reward is forfeit. You do not lose progress in anything, but you do not gain progress either. The player becomes conditioned to complete the missions, because failing them removes a reward. Observational learning occurs in Path of Exile often because it is an online game designed to be played with other people. The game has levels of complexity, and when I first started playing, there were many things I did not know. My friends had recommended the game, and they spent weeks making sure I understood what to do. Unfortunately, I don't have footage of them teaching me things, since I recorded all this footage within the past week, and I've been playing this game for over a year. However, I can provide some quick examples. If you are in a group with someone when you talk to this guy, and you disagree with your partner might kill you. There is no reason to go into this cave. Always talk to this guy. He gives you really useful items. There is no reason to open this box. Clearly, the conditioning this game has done to me is working. Over spring break, the game has been updated with new content, requiring me to make at least one new character and play through the same story that I've played dozens of times. But the entertainment reward, for me, is worth it. It provides entertainment, creative thinking, and a source of camaraderie. I'll be playing this game a lot for the foreseeable future.